Happy Lamas or Lughnasadha. Hey, Jen, how are ya? All right, let me take these headphones out. I was listening to that song. Do y'all know that in that song they're actually invoking the god love in that song? This is why I love it so much. And I wanted to come for a few minutes and celebrate Lughnasadha with y'all and just talk for a second. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing okay. I hope y'all doing well. So I haven't said anything, but I've actually been doing some big things with with llamas or Lughnasadha. And I haven't even talked to my spirit guides yet. I got up, I got my coffee. I kind of had to sleep in today, y'all, because I was up late working on some stuff. And so today is August the 1st, which is the day of Llamas or Lughnasadha. And so today is the day that we honor La, who is one of the gods of Mercury. Okay. But then also there's other history behind it. You know what I mean? Nice. Nice. Awesome, Jen. Awesome. Yeah, you know what? For me, what I've been thinking about a lot is making candles. It's so not only therapeutic, but I love to make custom candles. Like, I'm not talking about just the candle creations that I was doing, I'm talking about like candles from scratch. And I just, I'll be doing that soon, and I know I will. Just making custom candles for rituals, for spells, and just in general. I miss doing that. I started doing that probably maybe almost 20 years ago. And I love making candles. You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yes, girl. We got to start doing things like that. That's what we love doing. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that'll be really soon. In the meantime, what I've been working on, and I think it's okay for me to share this. We got some catching up to do, is what Spirit told me. So what I did for 3 of the Sabbaths already. Let me just make sure real quick it's okay for me to share this info right now at this time, because some information they don't want you sharing it. They don't want me to share it right away. I'm sorry, y'all, because information is very valuable. It is. And I got to make sure that it's okay for me to share this info. Because otherwise, we'll want to jinx the whole thing. Hold on a minute. Let me talk to my guides real quick, which y'all know Hecate. I work with all three: Hecate, Lilith, and Santa Martha. I haven't even done my invocations for today. I just felt like coming on here and celebrating llamas real quick with y'all. Can I share this information? Hold on. All right, so I did get the green light. So I made a Lughnasadha doll actually, and also, of course, I'm doing my altar for it. today. Like when I get off of here, I'm gonna get as many um and I've got the herbs. As long as you've got the herbs and maybe a few candles, some tea lights, then you're fine. So I'm just going to gather up as much stuff that I have for llamas and set up the altar today. But yesterday, the day before yesterday, actually, I actually made a doll for llamas, and it's a spirit doll. But here's what I want to tell y'all. What my spirits have been having me do is going back and reconciling with things that were missing in the past, is what they've been having me do. They've been having me not only do that for the retrogrades, but also for the Sabbaths. So what I did, hey Unicali, hello. What I did was I went back on 3 of the Sabbaths so far. One of them was llamas, going back to whatever year is specified. For Yule, I went back to my date of birth from Yule. For Yule. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and I did set up a Yule altar already. So I've got my Yule doll, it's got a red candle, it's got my nutcracker snow globes, and then my little Christmas tree that we used to celebrate last year. Okay. But for also for Sam Hain, but then for Lughnasadha. Okay. Yeah. So I have that this is what spirit apparently wants people to do, wants us witches to do. Nice. Lavender, rosemary, and sage, those are perfect for llamas. Yeah. Pretty standard as far as, especially with the rosemary. Mugwort would be one good thing to have today. So I'll get my altar set up and I'll share with you guys a little bit later. I've been getting so much stuff done. I've had a lot of work to do for my printings, but then also for clients and stuff. And then I've been working my oh my God. Working for a psychic hotline is not necessarily easy as people think. You have like a limited time to prepare for dealing with energies that you have to be prepared for. So what I do is I keep a fresh bottle of sea salty water when I'm working at Psychic Hotline, because that is like the biggest protection, is having either a bowl or some kind of vessel of salt water to keep stuff clear. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously. But so I've been so busy that, you know what I'm saying, I've had limited time. The only thing I've had time to do in the meantime is like watch a little bit of TV and sleep and cook and eat. Yeah. So, but as far as us going back and revisiting the Sabbaths, like actually going back on the dates, because we have been missing stuff like that, like literally, like those are holidays that those are Sabbaths that should have been celebrated or at least recognized like your whole life. And since they weren't, it's okay to go back and do like a revival, reconciliation with those particular Sabbaths. So that's what I've been doing. And so I've been making these dolls. I made one for llamas. The one that I made um for Sam Hain, my yarn, because I ordered some orange yarn for it, it was delayed. So it'll be here today. So I'm gonna like go over it with some orange because of course orange for me is Sam Hain. But right now it's black. And then the one that I did for Yule is black too. But I'm gonna adorn it with some red and green too, just because those are colors that I associate with Yule. So yeah, it's been a lot happening, a lot, and yeah, absolutely. And especially that Yule one that I did, I noticed that some weirdness happened, and it was centered around food. It was weird. Maybe it was that spirit of famine because I've actually had some. Yeah, y'all be shocked and amazed as to what kind of stuff I be removing and dealing with from clients and stuff, and just in general. It was weird. It was really weird, and so yeah, we destroyed the spirit of famine. And spirit told me, and I know this is so random, that there's a spirit behind, and we're not supposed to necessarily talk about this, but somebody had brought up Eugenia Cooney to me. Somebody had actually texted me about Eugenia Cooney because she hasn't been on YouTube in a while, and I guess she's disappeared from social media. And a lot of people are speculating that she may have passed on. But do y'all know that the disorder, and we're not supposed to say that on YouTube, but it's kind of stupid that we can't say that. Um, but anorexia, the spirit behind that is famine. So it's like a possession of the spirit of famine, which is what causes people to not eat like that. I don't know. It just random, like just random spirit just told me that. So no, like when you lose your appetite or whatever, stuff like that, that's a spirit. But anyway, it was really weird, that Yule doll that I made, and I'll show you guys my Yule revival altars, like a revival reconciliation going back years and years and years, and it's so beautiful. It really is pretty. Um, all it's not just for me, it's for my family, and it's also for my collective of clients and stuff. Yeah, like that is the spirit of famine. It's a spirit of famine. It's not like it's just one spirit. So you can actually resolve an eating disorder by dealing with the spirit of famine. And I think that that's what Eugenia is dealing with. They speculate that she passed away. Somebody actually did text me. They was like, "Hey, I noticed you did a reading on her before. Are you gonna do it again?" And I was like, hadn't planned on it, because y'all know what I've been dealing with. Oh goodness, I know that's right, Unicali. I know that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know that's right. Yes. And so, but somebody had asked me about her, and I'm wondering if she's okay. Like a lot of people, she's very controversial because a lot of people have been trying to get her off of YouTube because just her body, and her situation. But I don't know why, just randomly, Spirit said the spirits of famine is behind that. And it's so if you get rid of the spirit of famine, then you may be able to save the person. mm But anywho, so it's been a lot that I have been dealing with, especially with my apprentice, one of my apprentices. I have two of them actually. And then I've got students, but a student is very different from an apprentice. You know what I mean? So I've been like really dealing with a lot and going back and reconciling with all of the Sabbaths. And I'm going to do more, in particular the summer solstice at some point today, because that's around the time I was born. I think I was actually born. I'll have to check and see if the year I was born, we were actually, that could have been the actual day of the summer solstice. And so that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've been kind of busy, working on those projects in between, getting client work done. And so, like I said, I did Llamas, I did Yule, and Samhain. So, of course, y'all know my Samhain altar has Santa Muerta, and that's all I need on the Samhain altar right now. But I'm going to adorn it with, I used to have a lot of stuff. I kind of threw away some of my stuff. Um, yeah. So, um, that's another thing that I think that you guys can do. And, make your spirit dolls for it. And then, that way, and I obviously you could see the benefit in going back to do that, like actually going back, because those are things that we missed. And then certain things may have been happening, maybe possibly certain energies could have been happening during that time. And so speaking of which, I need to work more on my Sam Hain doll, because we've been closing and opening up these portals lately. Seriously, closing and opening up these portals is so important, because certain things have been coming at us and we didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? For years. Okay, if when you think about, like, and birth of your children and things of that nature happening, and always said, and there are some witches that would argue with me and say no, it's not. To me, you don't have to agree, but it is important. Okay, are very important. You know what I'm saying? What in the world? Okay, I got a braid that I got to fix today. I see, because it done slipped down at my root. Anyway, y'all. So, pretty much today I'm gonna be celebrating, making offerings, but then also working on stuff. Okay, I'm back, y'all. And you know what? Just to give y'all a hint, I think that all of the portals are somehow connected to all of the planets. I think that they have like a planetary connection to all of the planets, almost like a shadow version of all of the planets, or some kind of shadow vortex or portal or something. I don't know. That's how I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like we know about Rahu and K2, but I think that all of the planets have like a shadow aspect. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what's been the focus, and it's been good. It's been good so far. I've been feeling um what in the world is that? It's a hair. I've been feeling pretty good, you know, doing pretty good. But I think that definitely, reconciling with these particular, Sabbaths is really, really important. So, what I want is for a lot of you that have been going through things to, especially when it comes to Yule, having Christmas in July. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why somebody would want to take Christmas or Yule away from children. That's kind of evil, but what, because that evil ain't gonna never have no good. You know what I'm saying? Evil has no reason to be evil. It's just evil. It's just evil. Okay? That's just what it is. So yeah. And I think that's definitely one of those power moves that you should do, especially if you've been getting uh attacked for being a witch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think today we're gonna finish, of course. First thing that we're gonna do is work on just some entrails of Sam Hain, Sabbath, and energy, but then definitely getting my Llamas altar kind of set up. And more than likely it's just going to be with herbs and maybe even drawings. I learned how to draw a cornucopia. It's real easy. Did y'all know that drawing a cornucopia is very easy? Like, it really is. So I may just do a drawing of a cornucopia. Since I used to have one of those, but I lost it in my storage, so that stuff can be replaced very easily. I ain't worrying about it. But I ain't losing nothing else. Yeah, I know. For me as a witch, I've noticed that celebrating the Sabbaths definitely does give you great results. I can imagine reconciling going back, especially as far as 2012. Something happened in the year 2012, but then again, looking at the year 2000, these are years, especially the millennium, the year 2000. Something was happening during that whole year. And it was something that was happening with like energy shifts, frequencies on this planet. And you know what? I should do a reading on that as to what was happening during the year 2000. I know that that year I was pregnant with my firstborn, gave birth in July. And so there was a lot. There was some things that happened that was kind of weird, but I did give birth to my son that year. But I want to look at that whole year from January till December, and I will do it and upload it because I want to know. I want to know, you know what I'm saying? We don't like to look at the past, but I think that the past, looking at the past, sometimes helps us understand what's happening in the current. And then, because having an understanding is so important. Not understanding something is not good. I don't like being left in the dark. That means you're in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I know Halloween's almost. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great Halloween because your girl will be back home by then. And I don't know if people thought that the reason why I left Kansas City, Missouri is because I hated Kansas City. No, 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 no. I may have at that time been going through it with certain things and energies that I'm not going to get into, but I've never hated my hometown. I actually like it there. I'm actually very homesick. Okay. So I can't wait until Halloween is going to be nice. And the weather is typically always perfect. The weather is always perfect. It's typically kind of chilly throughout the day, but not too cold. And then at night, it typically starts to rain in Kansas City. It just seems like, yeah. I know, right? Yes, it does. So if I have time to do that today, I will. But if I don't, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll look and see what the heck was actually happening just kind of universally in the year 2000, because we've been going back and reconciling a lot. There's been a lot blocked from us. There's been a lot done to us, especially for witches, for shamans, for healers and empaths. And they've been having me go back and revisit those energies. They have been, you know, as to, with which explains like what's been going on spiritually, because like in the year 2000 I definitely was not practicing at all, but that doesn't mean that folks wasn't working on me in the year 2000. Okay, trust and believe that even though you were not practicing, there was people that were doing stuff to you. Yes, there was, even though you weren't practicing, there was things being thrown. The moment that you started practicing, a lot of that stuff started etching its way towards you. Okay. So eventually, because y'all know that I got my I think I'm gonna try to show it to you right now. Y'all know that I have my, and oh God, I've got some herbs stuck to this thing. I need to clean my little Sabbath table. I got the cutest little table that has all of the Sabbaths on it. And it's just a little table. It's just a little table. It's a round table and it's so cute. I'll show it to y'all later when I get it cleaned off. I think that was months ago and we probably don't forgot about that. But I've got candle wax kind of stuck to it. I need to clean it off. But going back and revisiting that is gonna be so important, because stuff has either been sent to you, stuff has been stolen from you. Yes, there is a such thing. And I think it's important, like what La has been telling me as the god of Mercury. He's like, you need to close these shadow portals of Mercury, because this is where things have been stolen from you. like gifts and energies. Remember, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all when your babies is born, you know, the gods or the what they call the most high has been blessing you, but for some reason, um but for whatever, and I don't know, it's been getting stolen or either blocked. If they can't steal it, they'll try to block it. Your blessings, people will do that, and you have to know the proper way of receiving those blessings in abundance, not just a little tiny small amount. You know, not just a crumb of those blessings. How about getting all of your blessings? Because many of us have been getting crumbs, and it doesn't matter the race or the age. You just like that part kind of doesn't matter. I think that only in a sense of, whereas when we look at the black community, black people screw each other over a lot. Like, yeah, and that's because the world keeps going. The world keeps turning. The world keeps going on and on. And the reason for the delays is because of the lack. I know that's right. Unicali said, I want all my shit. And I want that for you. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just said, it's just, I don't know. When we're talking about thievery, that's just like, for example, when I lived in that house on Cumberland, that house was, if I could have bought that house, I would have, because the house was just like, please buy me. And I was like, I don't have the money to buy you. Well, I don't have it in cash. I mean, spiritually, I have more than enough money to buy you, but here in physical cash, I don't have it. But that's just like, for example, the whole time I was there, I was paying that landlord their rent on time. Why would that not be enough? What if I'm paying the rent to you on time? What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? Like, what else are you looking for? Like, and I already told y'all that back then, that landlord, I know for a fact that they were doing work. They were doing spiritual work on me. And I'm like, what, what is this? Like, why? It was weird. So stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And that we ain't got to worry about it. Like, nobody's worried about it because my spirit team has already told them and showed them, hey, yeah, no, no, not yeah, no, because y'all know that yeah means, okay, this is a good idea, but we're not going to do it. Like, no is like, no, this is not a good idea. And no, we're not, we're just not going to do that. We're just not going to do that. So that's the first time anything like that had happened to me ever in my life. Like, it was so weird and bizarre. It was so weird. It was like, why though? Like, anywho, we know why. We just not gonna talk about it. But I don't know. It's like I've never had issues out of anybody else like that before in my life. And so what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Like, so that was the reason why I stayed in that house for, how long did I moved into that house. I lived there for well over 4 years, and they had renewed my lease. And so, but for it to, so it's like some legal stuff that I got to deal with that, because it's like, okay, like, I couldn't have been that bad because you kept renewing my lease, and then now you done messed up it. This is really crazy. Like, I don't get it. Like, and so that's one of the reasons why I miss Kansas City, because I miss Missouri, because it's just like over here, it's just like so weird how weird the renting is weird over here in Georgia. It's very strange, but anywho, Mm, I don't know. I'm almost out of vervain. I had a big old bag of vervain, and it's like I literally have, I have a little corner left of it. I don't know how I went. I went through this vervain so fast. Once you get down to the little bit of it, but I got plenty of herbs. So I'm about to get off of here and get this popping. I hope y'all have a great Lughnasadha, and I hope I help some of y'all today. Some of y'all witches that need some help. Okay. All right. I will see y'all later. Blessings to y'all. Blessed be to the witches. Okay. And blessed be to all the rest of you guys. I'm always here and available for readings. If you're a witch and you want to know, like, you want to be guided as far as like your Sabbats, what I was talking about, going back and doing a revival and a revisit of the Sabbats, you guys are more than welcome to come and get readings. I can read in reverse. Of course, I can read in the future. And so you can say, hey, what's been happening during these Sabbats going back to, let's say, 2010? And we can definitely go back and see. You'll be able to see what portals were being opened that has been affecting you, and so that's where the problems are coming in. You know what I'm saying? So today would be a good day to ask spirit, because I know I'm about to do that for myself. I'm getting ready to sit here and throw my cards to go back to, you know, probably go back. I'm probably gonna go back like 20 some years to go and look and see what's been happening through every llamas, as far as like what's being thrown at me that I did not know about. You know the saying, what you don't know don't hurt you. Well, when it comes to spirituality and witchcraft, that's actually not the truth. What you don't know is hurting you. What you didn't know is hurting you. And going, it's nothing wrong with going back, setting an intention, saying, hey, oh my God, look at this, look at this, look at this. So starting from this llamas, I'm gonna be able to see everything being thrown at me, okay, or attempted. But then especially going back, I don't know what year I'm gonna go back to. I think 2012, I'm not sure. Looking back and saying, wow, and how is this affecting me today? Sometimes you got to revisit the past to have a better future, not just past life, but in this life. Okay. So y'all are welcome to get those readings as far as with the Sabbats. And there are some people that will tell you that practice whatever they practice, and they'll say, well, the Sabbats are not important. I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. Okay. And I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years. Okay. When people don't agree with me, and it's fine for you to not agree, but I know that what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah. So, anywho, have a beautiful day. Blessed be the witches. Bye bye.